Guys, this is my 16th video of creepypasta I'm going to read. I'm going to do a lot more SpongeBob ones since those are easier to find. So if you have any more that you want me to read, tell me in the comment below. Anyway, let's begin with today's video, SpongeBob, episode Sadness. Nickelodeon has made some very dark episodes of SpongeBob that have never been made into television or the internet. You probably never heard about this. It's about the time I tell you the truth. I was one of those people who saw one of the unreleased episodes of SpongeBob, and I could tell you it was very dark and depressing to watch. It was very difficult and wasn't funny at all, unlike many other SpongeBob episodes I have watched. This is barely have any inclusion of funny jokes on it at all. It was on a serious tone. I didn't see any type of comedy on it. You might be wondering how I did I get to see this episode. Well, I decided to buy some SpongeBob VHS tapes on eBay several years ago. Since I was a fan of SpongeBob at the time, I have really enjoyed watching the show. One of the sales caught my attention. The most, however, was the only contains the SpongeBob produced VHS tape, which could mean that the seller originally worked on the production of the series in some way. I found that actually was very cool, and I was wondering if the seller actually got permission from Nick to sell these tapes. However, I didn't think much of that, and I eventually forgot about it. The description said the tapes were animation tests, storyboards, deleted scenes, and unreleased episodes. I was very interested on the unreleased episodes and deleted scenes, so I decided to buy it. Since I was honestly did not want to lose this opportunity to get rare stuff from SpongeBob, but the only offer, I easily won the auction and agreed to shipment with the seller. A few days after buying it, I finally received the package. I opened it, took a look at the tape. But one that caught my attention was the most with the tape that was titled Sadness. I found the title to be pretty odd. I'm pretty curious to see what contains this contains this tape contains. So curiously, I played the video before any of the others. I received the title card showed up in the color for the text was dark red and shadow for the back. There was some visible scratch mark on the title. The background was a very dark pineapple background, and there were some small drops of blood, as well as one splatter. This kind of disturbed me, honestly. The music used for the title card was happy, which would be very unfitting for the episode about sadness. The opening credits had people I never heard of. The episode starts pretty normal at first. SpongeBob is watching TV. Patrick knocks on the door, and SpongeBob says for him to come in. Patrick showed him the game Eels and Escalators. At this moment, I saw this episode take place before the episode Sailor Mouse, because here Patrick was introducing the game for the first time, finding the game pretty cool and excited to play with Patrick. However, before they start playing it, Patrick told SpongeBob about the rules of the game. First, SpongeBob didn't understand, and they start playing the game. Patrick keeps moving up escalators, while SpongeBob keeps getting sent down the eels. After losing the game, SpongeBob got a little bit sad, but later he gets okay with it and tries again, thinking he was gonna win this time. This is where things get worse. After many attempts at trying to win and losing just in the end, SpongeBob loses his cool and goes out of character, goes on a crazy rampage, which includes his only Patrick going and beating Bond, causing ruckus. You may not have heard of the word before, but it means causing disturbance or commotion. Eventually, he was caught by the police and arrested for assault and public disturbance. SpongeBob, while in jail, said, "Stupid SpongeBob, why did you do that? I didn't know why'd you do why stupid SpongeBob, why did you do that? I don't even know why you did that. Maybe Patrick didn't bring it up that stupid game. This would have happened. Hopefully, I won't be here for too long. Maybe I'll get bailed out. And I go on about my day and apologize to Patrick for my terrible actions. I don't think I'll be here for that long." A title card says, "One day later." Show up on the screen for 2 seconds. The title card on this episode was not spoken from the French narrator this time. It cuts back to SpongeBob and Jelly. He said, I have been here for 1 day and nothing has happened. Okay, I think I learned my lesson here. Now, let's see if I can get someone to bail me out." Another title card said, 5 hours later. Showed up for 2 seconds, and it cut back to SpongeBob in jail. Again, he says, "It's been 5 hours, and I'm still here. I don't like it here. Boy, I could use a little snack right now, but I don't have any Krabby Patties. This is getting ridiculous. The last tile card said, showing me over on the screen for 2 seconds, saying, the next day. It cuts the SpongeBob in jail for the last time. He screamed angrily, I want to get out of here now! I want to get out of here now! I don't like it here! I want to get out of here now, now, now! A police officer fish then comes and said angry, hey, shut up, you you cheese bastard! You got yourself a visitor. SpongeBob calmed down and became happy, and he said exactly, silently, oh boy, maybe he's coming here to bail me out. Flash the Flounder, the character who appeared in the episode The Bully, turned out to be a visitor. The threat, the kid SpongeBob, but SpongeBob got shocked. He shot that he said, oh my, oh my. He started to scream, get away from me, I don't want my butt kicked, I can't take this anymore. SpongeBob then escaped the jail, run away. Then they catch Patrick walking on the street. I noticed that the sky this time was gray, meaning it was going on rain. Then SpongeBob find him, and Patrick said angry, what do you want from me, SpongeBob? Look, I know you understand. I know you're angry, but SpongeBob then is interrupted by Patrick, who said, but nothing. I have personally had enough of you for the last time. What you did at Pineapple was totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. But Patrick, look, I honestly didn't mean to do it. I had a rough day that day. I let it get to me, and I should have punched you in the face, and seen you flying out the window. I don't care about how good or bad your day was. That day I could tell you losing your temper on things like that. But you punched me out the window was just a different story. Not to mention, I had to go to the hospital for 3 days. 3 days! Oh, Patrick, I really want to say it. I'm sorry for this, and for what I did to you, and I will never have to do this to you. SpongeBob, after what occurred at the Pineapple over a game at Eels and Escalator, you consider this friendship officially over. At this point, sad piano music started playing in the background. These were becoming more depressing. Now SpongeBob said, becomes shocked at what he said. Patrick, I don't want our friendship. You've been my friendship for so many years, and I don't want anything bad to happen. Please, please, please. No. I'll never become friends with you again. We're not just complaining anymore. Goodbye, you cheap bastard. Patrick then began walking away, and SpongeBob said on a very shaky voice he was really starting to sobbing uncontrollably. Goodbye, my Mr. Best Friend. SpongeBob then sat on the road crying as he screamed Patrick's name, and then he screamed, why did I have to do this? Neptune, why? Sadly, then come in and ask, what's going on, SpongeBob? Then SpongeBob then explained, I lost my best friend over my anger issues, but what really happened to our best friend didn't really enter our best friend when I saw him in front of the window. Well, SpongeBob, it's no surprise that you lose your cool over a game at Eels and Escalator. Wait, how do you know about this, SpongeBob asked. Patrick told me everything that happened, SpongeBob, and I do apologize for your action. I saw my best friend over losing a game like that, SpongeBob. After what you did to Patrick, I'm too ending this friendship. Goodbye, you little bastard. SpongeBob became more sad than before, and then he started to cry uncontrollably, screaming, no, I lost Sandy, no. Then it started to rain and SpongeBob ran away crying loudly. The screen faded black instead of using the bubble light transition like always. And the sad piano music began to fade out. I found this episode to be very depressing. It wasn't like the other SpongeBob episodes I've seen. This one was actually very on a serious tone. There were no jokes at all, here or there. This one was well rated and did a great job being on a sad episode. I really wanted to see what happened at the end. It faded to the scene with SpongeBob coming from his home, very depressed. He said, I never thought I'd lose my best friend. At least I have you, Gary, right? Then Gary becomes more shocked when he saw SpongeBob. He immediately ran away from his house as SpongeBob chasing him, screaming, no, Gary, come back, Gary. SpongeBob then thought chasing Gary. He screams, I thought we were friends, Gary, why? SpongeBob then returns to the house crying even harder. He said, how did Gary know what I did? Then SpongeBob looked at the TV, only to find out he was news to talking about him, who escaped from prison, holding Patrick and causing public disturbance in the bikini pot. SpongeBob received a call from his parents, who told him to come to their house and stay there for a long time, because they wanted to ground him, but they also wanted to talk to him first. SpongeBob lies, he said he was going to come there at this moment. Then he ran to the bathroom crying, looking at the window with a depressed look on his face. He said, I can't believe it. I just can't believe this. I lost all my friends because of what I did to Patrick. Patrick's my best friend. We did so much together. Just jellyfishing, going on trips, pranking each other, and other people. All that fun stuff, and now this is how I had to end. Thanks to my terrible actions and anger issues. And I have no best friend left. What did I do to lose everything in my life? Why? That's it. I had enough of this horrible life. Now it's time to do what's necessary. SpongeBob then heard Squidward calling his name. SpongeBob turned around with an angry look on his face. He asked what Squidward wanted. Squidward told him to stop acting suicidal and accept the fact that did what's wrong and that he needs to pay for the consequences. SpongeBob told Squidward that he did not understand what he's going through. Then Squidward said that he knows exactly what he's going through. He said that he knew everything that occurred that day, but SpongeBob asked what Squidward was doing at his house. SpongeBob thought that Squidward would hate him and leave him be. Squidward said he normally would, but he had to admit he didn't like to see a guy like SpongeBob with depressed and suicidal thoughts, so he wanted to help. SpongeBob told Squidward to shut up. He got a solution for his problem, which is suicide. Squidward became shocked and tried to stop SpongeBob, but SpongeBob quickly ran outside, which was still raining at the moment. This time, the rain was a lot stronger, and then there was really strong wind outside. Squidward chased SpongeBob as fast as he could. He called his name, but when he reached him at the top of the mountain, Squidward told SpongeBob to stop, and that suicide was not the solution to his problem. SpongeBob discussed it and said, I don't have anything to do in my life now. Squidward, I did something wrong, caused public disturbance on the city. No one likes me anymore, and now, what do you expect me to do? I don't want to live this new life of mine anymore, Squidward. I just want to not live anymore. My life is no longer as happy as it used to be. I just wanted I just wanted to end all of this already. Squidward, I just wanted to. Squidward ran after SpongeBob to grab him before he fall, but it was already too late. The strong wind made SpongeBob fall. Even jumped out of the mountain. Squidward screamed loudly, SpongeBob, no! Right before he hit the floor, the screen glitched for 27 seconds with a loud, distorted static sound playing on the background. When the distorted sound started, you could faintly hear blood splatter and a disgusting crack sound like SpongeBob bone breaking. Before the glitch stopped, a message appeared on the screen for a split second saying, I have found peace. The glitch then finally stopped. A message faded on the screen and stayed for 5 seconds. The following said, suicide is not the answer. It's the death. It's discretion. The credits showed up and then the tape ended. I was really shocked at how incredibly depressing this episode was. I actually cried at the end, near the end. I never thought SpongeBob episode would be like this production, but now I know that it was. I'm glad that they didn't put this on air, but really, they could have made the ending for this episode more lighthearted, but they didn't. I thought the excuses to cancel the episode as they felt that this would have been production was too dark for young viewers. I could wish I could contact the seller for more information about this episode, but the eBay page for the tape was already gone since I bought it. Another thing, I noticed that there was an opening and closing credits, a bunch of random people, but there was not a credit on the previous episode of the show. Only a small amount of people who were actually credited in the later episodes. But my question is, who are these people? Not to mention that there are not many appear on the credits, and many in the later episodes. But that means that they could possibly be fired after working on such a dark episode. I don't think my question will ever be answered. The end. Okay, that was a lot more darker than I remember reading. Yeah, I don't know if I did this episode, but yeah. Anyway, this is very sad even for SpongeBob standards, but even for SpongeBob. But like, oh yeah, that was today's video. Yeah, sorry it had to be so dark. But yeah, that's creepypasta for you. Sometimes it doesn't have a later ending like most people think. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.